What's up, you guys? So, all right. Well, let's get to it. All right. This video is about, or the audio, um, is about Tupac Shakur, 1996, and basically to clear up a lot of stuff. Um, I was, well, I still am a film director, but I was working. I was hired by Death Row Records at the time, to work on something. Um, I didn't know exactly what was going on at the time. I mean, I was told that that they were filming a movie. Um, However, there were no plans for this movie to be in theaters, which was kind of weird. As large scale as it seemed. I mean, it was a pretty big scale project. A lot of people involved. There were some cameras. There's a lot of people involved. There were a lot of actors. Um, a lot of them I didn't know at the time. Um, so basically, I want to try to clear some things up as to what what was going on during that year, what Tupac was planning on doing, and what happened, and what was supposed to happen, and what didn't happen. So basically, get straight to the point. There was a project that we were working on called it was called Illuminati, and it was supposed to be filmed. The filming took place. It was supposed to be over the span of 3 or 4 days. Um, but yeah, that got sabotaged, and I'm gonna get to that point. Um, Excuse me. So we're on this. Um, we're on this set. The set is supposed to. The beginning of the filming was 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 supposed to take place September 7th. Um, Supposedly, Tupac was supposed to get shot on the 7th, and he was supposed to die um, in this movie, and he was supposed to be like come back to life, or like be resurrected 3 days later on the 9th, or 2 days later. So it was over the span of 3 days. It was the 7th, 8th, and the 9th. We were shooting this. We were supposed to shoot this, and yeah, Tupac. So the way it was supposed to play out is Tupac was supposed to be shot and killed on the 7th. He was supposed to be, and then all of a sudden resurrected like Jesus Christ on the 9th. Don't ask me why it was supposed to be on the 9th. I'm not sure. This is just part of the story that I remember. Um, Hence all the sevens that pop up everywhere. You look in music videos and or movies of his, and wherever you may see them, you see all these sevens popping up, and you wonder why. Well, that's why. They were all pointing to that day. They were all pointing. All those sevens that you notice everywhere were all signs that Tupac was putting out there for everyone. They were all supposed to be building up to this day that he was going to be shot and killed, supposedly, in this movie that we were doing, this real life movie that we were doing. Um, so yeah, the movie was called Illuminati, 3 Day Theory. That was actually supposed to be the name of the album he put out that year too. I'm not 100% sure why they changed the name. I do remember the name of the album I do remember hearing was supposed to be called Illuminati, the 3 Day Theory. That was the name of the movie, and that was also supposed to be the name of the album. The album was supposed to be Illuminati. The name of the album was Machiavelli the Don, and then under that it said Illuminati: The 3-Day Theory. That was the name of the movie. The name of the movie was Illuminati: The 3-Day Theory. So yeah, anyway, that was supposed to happen. Turns out there was some word or some rumor or something that was going around that night, or it was like late that night, due to what happened to Tupac. There was like rumors going around that I was hearing firsthand from security guards and other people. Some of the outlaws supposedly they heard that I'm sorry, not Tupac. Snoop Dogg had something. They felt that he had something to do with it, I guess, or they were suspicious of him because of his ties to Bad Boy at the time. I guess he was close in connection with Bad Boy at the time. So I don't know. I mean, if you guys go back and listen to the first track on Notorious B.I.G.'s album, Life After Death, the first song, Somebody's Gotta Die. You go back and listen to that song and listen to what he says in the first couple lines of that song, or first 2 or 3 lines. I don't remember. I remember Biggie mentioning something about Snoop, and that's pretty much your key to your key to unlocking certain things about this case, or about what may have happened with Tupac. Like Snoop. Truth is that Snoop Dogg didn't have Tupac killed, in my opinion. But he did. He is partially to blame as to why Tupac got shot that night. The rumor was that Snoop Dogg supposedly said something to Diddy about Tupac going to Vegas, over a phone call, and Diddy sent out the dogs, man. I mean, I guess that's what happened. I mean, I guess Diddy, all because of Snoop Dogg opening up his mouth, and him being friends with Diddy and Biggie and all that, during that time. I guess they had a conversation or whatnot, and Snoop said to Diddy that Tupac was going to be in Vegas that night on the 7th. So, Diddy prepared for it, man. I mean, I guess Diddy prepared for it and sent out the Crips that were working for him at the time. And that's why they were out there to begin with. Because, I mean, if you really think about it, what business did Orlando Anderson and Keefe D and all these other guys, what business did they have out there to begin with? I mean, this was a Mike Tyson fight in Las Vegas. Nothing but superstars and known people, and of course the people that paid to see this fight and that were going to see it. What were these random thugs or drug dealers doing there to begin with? If you really think about it, So if you really if you really use your head and think, and like really put the pieces together, then you'll be asking yourself these same questions. Like what were these guys doing there to begin with anyway? Well, there you go. I mean, Diddy sent them. Diddy sent them, and that's what. That's why Orlando was hanging out in the lobby at the MGM Grand, because he knew that Tupac was there ahead of time. He knew that Pac was there, so he was waiting. The plan was for him to start some shit with Pac and possibly get in a fight, and go from there. But instead, Pac rushed him, and things got out of hand, and Pac got him first, basically. So I'm kind of sidetracking here. because right now I'm going through some paperwork at my house, and I'm kind of like trying to multitask. I'm talking to you guys, and I'm going through some stuff over here. Sorry about that. I'm trying to multitask here, but point of this video is to clear some things up. The name of okay, so basically, Tupac was planning to escape. Tupac was planning to get out of the country because he felt like the government was trying to kill him. He thought the Illuminati was after him, so he planned this whole, faking of his death thing, and that's what. And it was supposed to look like real, like he was literally supposed to die and come back, like Jesus Christ, like they explain in the Bible. He was supposed to do the same thing, but that got sidetracked due to what transpired that night. So yeah, I know there were some other things I wanted to bring up in this video. Okay, so the name of the project was originally called the 3-Day Theory. The name of the thing we were shooting in Vegas, the movie, was called Illuminati, the 3-Day Theory. I want to say they changed the name of the album to the 7-Day Theory, to not, because things didn't go as planned, so they had to change the name of the album. They even had to remove certain songs because everything was planned and plotted out. Everything was supposed to flow perfectly. It was supposed to go a certain way. Like the album was supposed to sound a certain way. The thing we were shooting was supposed to play out and happen the way it was supposed to happen. But due to everything that did actually happen, the album had to be changed. Certain tracks had to be removed. The name of the album had to be changed. And all kinds of other things had to happen. Tupac wasn't planning on disappearing forever. He was planning on. We were planning on announcing that he was dead, and then he was planning on reappearing and coming back from the dead. But that didn't happen. So he had to like literally, like realistically fake his death, instead of just pretending to fake his death, because that's what we were actually planning on doing. The movie was a movie. It was a movie, but not a movie. If you understand what I'm saying, he was planning on faking his death. He was planning on dying a fake death, and then coming back from that. Okay. All the 7s that appear in music videos and that appear in movies were all pointing to September 7th. That's why those 7s exist. That's what the 7s mean. The 7s were all pointing to September 7th, 1996. That was the day he was supposed to die. A fake death. He was supposed to die a fake death on the 7th of September in 1996. But what happened is he got shot that day and had to get rushed to the hospital, and instead was in the hospital for almost 7 days. So we got sidetracked. Everything didn't play out the way we planned on having it play out. So, another thing I want to touch on is Tupac didn't die. All right, so of course I can't show you a picture of what he looks like right now, or give you his location or anything. I don't even have the information to begin with. But I do know for a fact that when they announced that he died on the 13th, he didn't actually die, because myself, along with a handful of other people, saw him alive that day and the day after. So one thing I'm going to say is that One thing I will say for sure to you, I mean everything's for sure, but one thing I wanna pinpoint in this in what I'm telling you right now is that September 14th, September 14th was the last time I saw him. That was the last time I saw him. Now I did get word from credible sources that he lived till at least 1997. I mean that's 100% fact because I saw pictures. I didn't see him, but I did see pictures of him from people and video from people that worked for Death Row and that were very close to his family that proved without a doubt that he did live at least until December of 1997. Now I will tell you for sure, if you guys have ever been curious about him being in people's music videos or even in his own music videos during that time, well, don't question yourself anymore. Don't doubt yourself because what you did see was Tupac for sure. Was that him in his own video? I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto, laying in that middle bed with the bald, the guy with the bald head that looks like Tupac. Did you said, oh, I think that's Tupac. It looks just like him. Well, guess what? That was him. He was on the set of the making of that music video. They're not gonna show you that, but he was there. He had a hand in making that music video, and he had a hand in putting together that "Are You Still Down" album. Was that him in Scarface song "Smile"? Was that him in that music video? Yes, that was him. Guess what? Not only was Tupac in that "Smile" music video, but his body double was in that music video also. So Tupac and his body double was in the "I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto" video, and him and his body double was also in the "Smile" video. That's what I know for sure. I know that for 100% sure. And if you guys don't believe me, you can go back, watch the videos, research, look, pay attention, stop, rewind, pause, pay attention, look. I'm telling you the truth. Tupac and his body double, both of them, were in those videos. They do these things to throw you off, to confuse you, because that's what the point is confusion. It's supposed to be confusing. They're doing this on purpose so that you can't easily find the truth in things. Okay? Another thing I want to point out is if you go back and you listen to Tupac's songs, "Ballad of a Dead Soldier" and "Staring Through My Rear View," specifically those songs I want to point out right now. Those songs, for sure, I mean 100% for sure, point out what was supposed to play out or what did play out partially in Vegas. So he's telling you right there. I mean, it's as clear as day. Go back and listen to the songs. He's telling you everything. He's giving you the answers for free. Go back and listen to "Ballad of a Dead Soldier" and listen to "Staring Through My Rear View." In those two songs, he is telling you straight up what is about to go down and what did go down. All right. Another couple songs I want to point out is "This Ain't Living" and "Last One's Left." Now, if you go listen to "Last One's Left," that explains some things. "This Ain't Living" explains some things too. There's a lot of songs that explain certain things. Tupac was good at that. Like, he was good at like giving you answers before you had a question. You know what I mean? Like, he would say what was gonna happen in his songs before it actually happened in real life. And that's because he knew that it was gonna happen. It's not that he was like a prophet or anything. He had all this shit planned out. Some of it he was told to do, and some of it he planned out himself. But he for surely had a lot of stuff, like if not everything, about his life planned out. And that's why when you listen to his music and then stuff, the same stuff happens to him in his life, you're like, whoa, like, how did he know? Well, it's because he planned it. Like he was telling you that it was gonna happen before it happened. Just like with the Machiavelli album and him, the Hail Mary and all that. Like that album was actually supposed to come out before he died, or before the Vegas incident. Basically, is what I want to say. Before the Vegas incident, the album, the Machiavelli album, was supposed to be released before that. So, because if you really look at it, like if you listen to the album and then you look at the Vegas incident, it actually makes more sense for it to have come out before that Vegas incident versus after he disappeared. It just makes more sense. So yeah, I mean, I'm just, I just felt like, giving you guys some information. You may like you may have liked what you heard. You might not. I mean, I just hope that some of it was helpful. I do want you to know that Snoop Dogg did. He is not. I don't want to say he's the reason why Tupac had to disappear or why he got shot, but he's a big reason. I'm out.